Hey guys, I'm Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about my college experience so far in the first semester and a half of school. If you didn't know, Hi, I'm Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about the first semester and a half of my college experience. So, if you didn't know, I am an electromechanical engineering technology major at Penn State Berks. That is a mouthful, and it is shortened to EMET, E-M-E-T, an abbreviation of the name to simplify things so you don't have to say electromechanical engineering technology student every time you talk about your major. So if I refer to EMET, I'm referring to my major. I'm not making up a word or mispronouncing a word. It is my major. So to start this off, I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be a commuter. I commute to Penn State Berks. It's about a 40-minute drive from my house. That 40 minutes could vary, plus or minus 20 minutes. Well, plus 20, minus maybe 5. I may get there in 35 if I'm lucky. Sometimes it'll take an hour depending on the day. It's never 20 minutes. I wish it was, but traffic doesn't let that happen. If no one was on the road, it would be 20 minutes, but there's always people traveling on 222, which is the road I travel on to get to school. So the commute's long. It's not very fun. I don't enjoy it, but it's a whole lot cheaper to pay for gas than it is to pay for an apartment and then a meal plan, all that stuff. Anyways, in order for me to get through school without a lot of debt or without any debt, I need to be very, very conscious of how much money I spend. So I do not live on campus, for one. I buy very little books. If I don't absolutely need it, I won't get it. Save a few $100s there. And then driving to school. I take as the least amount of trips to school as possible. So once I go on campus, I stay there for the day. Doesn't matter how spread out my classes are, but I need to save the money on gas so that I can afford to go to school. That also leaves a great motivation to skip classes. And I tend to skip classes a lot. So I have 12 of them, 12 classes a week, and I skip 3 of them a week. So that means I skip a quarter of my classes every week. And this is inside of an engineering major. I am right now currently in between my first and second year of school. I am in my first semester as a sophomore, even though I'm at my first year on campus. I had a whole semester of AP credits transfer in from high school. So if you have the opportunity to take AP classes, do it. If your school accepts it, you will put yourself ahead of the game. If it doesn't accept it and you did all that work in that class, good for you. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Now, in terms of how difficult it is to take, right now I think I'm at 18 credits this semester. Last semester was 20 credits. In terms of taking that many credits in a semester, it's really not that difficult. People will warn you against it, and I was warned against taking 20 credits my first semester, but it wound up being really easy. It wasn't a lot of work, and for the first 2 years, I'd say, your classes, at least in my experience, are not very difficult. They are pretty easy. If you pay attention, show up occasionally enough, you'll be fine. Because I'm still a first and second year student, most of my classes are pretty easy and pretty boring because they're so easy. That's why I don't go to many, because I won't get much out of the whole class, really. I would say out of all the classes I have, my electrical systems classes are the ones that I learn the most in. It's the most new information, and I believe it's the most challenging. Ironically, my electrical systems class is my only online class. There's no option. It's online for everyone, and it makes no sense because The concepts are a whole lot more difficult than what we're learning in other classes. I don't understand why it would be put into an online format, because there's so much information that I'd say the majority of people have never heard about. As an example, I'm taking a statics class, and that is pretty much basic physics without any motion. And that's in class, in person, and I don't do anything. And you may be thinking to yourself, he has an awful attitude towards college. And you would be right. I did not really want to go to school. I was not sure that I wanted to be in college, and I'm still not 100% sure that I want to be here, but I have told myself and I've committed to graduating. Yeah, I've committed, now that I said it out loud, I'm committed to graduating. I'm going to graduate from school, and I'm going to graduate in 3 years, whether Penn State wants me to or not. Yeah, so I'll be graduating in the year 2022 instead of 2023, which was what most people intended for me to do. But I'll be saving a bunch of money, and I will be able to get 1 year of work under my belt before all the other kids that I graduated high school with do, at least most of them, and the ones that went into a 4-year college program, obviously. I will not say that I recommend this style of college for anyone, because it is not the most fun in school. I think that's partly because of the school that I'm at. I believe that a lot of schools, especially living on campus, would have a completely different environment, and I would have a completely different attitude towards school. But because this is the most affordable engineering option that I have, I've decided that it's what I'm going to do. It's not the school that I wanted to go to, like really wanted to go to, but it's the most practical decision for me in my case, because I don't want to take out any loans. And if you don't mind taking out loans, great. I wish I was that carefree, but I'm not, and I really couldn't take that step of spending an outrageous amount of money on school. I think that wraps it up for today. College has been great. No, college has been wonderful. I've had such a great time in my semester and a half. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But I'm trying to make the best of it. If you're a little confused as to why I am a little against school, I will talk about that in the future as my experience grows, so I can get a better viewpoint on it to share with other people. It's just a mixture of the school that I'm at and the program that I'm in. So it's not that college in general is terrible, it's that my situation in school is not what I would want college to be for myself. Well, I'm sorry to leave it on a bit of a negative note, but I'm making the best of it, and I am doing other things to make up for the lack of positive experience in school. So I think that's everything for today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.